checked in for Southwest and running a little late, so I'm gonna head down to security.
Just 5 hours after leaving this exact airport, I am back, coffeed up, and ready to continue my westward trek to Burbank, California for the first ever flight of Avelo Air. This will by far be my busiest travel day in the week of chaos, with 5 flights in total, the first 2 this morning on Southwest Airlines from here in Denver over to Vegas, and continuing on the same exact plane to Southern California. So yes sir, it is time for another Southwest No Plane Change Experience, Sin City Edition.
We're headed to Vegas at Burbank and San Jose.
Both of my flights this morning will be totally full, so my usual game of chance when choosing where to sit won't work today. For those that don't know, yes, there is open seating on Southwest Airlines, and that game I play is to choose the first window seat I find with someone sitting already in the aisle. Usually it works 75% of the time, but only if the plane isn't full. So today I shall choose 9F for both legs to Burbank. The 737-700 seat on Southwest is in my opinion the worst hard product they offer, but that doesn't mean it's bad. For the flights this aircraft is typically used on, you shouldn't have any comfort problems. Armrests are larger than most legacy airline armrests, and the seats do also recline a bit. Ahead on the seat back is the safety card, which can be found in a small pocket below, large enough really only to barely fit a drink. And for legroom, again, it is Southwest's tightest offering, but for 6-foot me, it's alright. As the passengers kept flooding in the plane, I knew my empty row wouldn't hold long, and sure enough, 2 people slid in next to me. The only other real con about Southwest's Boeing 737-700s is the overhead bins, which are smaller than their MAX and Dash 800s. Because of this, if the flight is full, space up above does become limited quickly. Eventually though, we did get all boarded up and we were ready to push back for Vegas. Just after takeoff from Denver, flight attendants began their famous in-flight snack service. Unfortunately, at the time, still limited due to COVID. Tray tables on board all Southwest planes are usually this size, extendable, and having 1 cup group for drinks. Speaking of which, we were only served cups of water with ice. But I am pleased to report that as of the making of this video, Southwest has finally brought back their full in-flight drink and snack service. On flights under 2 hours, you'll usually receive 1 snack item, most commonly this snack mix bag. On longer flights, 2 items will typically be handed out, but since my 2 legs today are short, I'll get 1 on each. I do really enjoy the Southwest snack mix though, and while I miss their peanuts, it's definitely better than just a pack of pretzels like on American or United. After a little over an hour of flying time, we began approaching the notable desert landscape surrounding Las Vegas, and of course Lake Mead, which unfortunately continues to dry up. Most of these short Southwest hops on this aircraft specifically really feels like a bus shuttle ride in the air. There's nothing really special that pops out besides some of the flight attendant's sense of humor. It's mainly to get passengers from point A to point B, or in my case, point C. I will continue to show off some more of Southwest's in-flight features though on my ride to Burbank. For now, it was time to land into what was formerly called McCarran International Airport and some sweet views of the Strip.
Grab some food.
Have a good week. You are going to have some food?
Yeah.
Check in up top.
Okay.
So yeah, I will be right back on this same exact plane to Burbank really soon. But through passengers, as Southwest calls people like me, do get the chance to deboard while on the ground, to stretch your legs, use the toilet, grab some water, or in my case, get some breakfast, as I didn't get anything in Denver. Las Vegas is a focus city for Southwest Airlines, so chances are you may also have a no plane change experience here as well. They operate out of Terminal 1 at LAS, which isn't the newest part of this airport, so it can get quite cramped when crowded.
I'm not a gambler. Time to head to Burbank.
As I sit here, eat this breakfast sandwich, and await my turn to board again, I probably should mention the aircraft I've been flying on this morning. N405WN. It's a 20-year-old Boeing 737-700 at the time this was shot, built in June of 2001, and has flown its entire life for Southwest. I briefly noted earlier on flight number 1 that there's open seating aboard this airline, but how do you know when to board? Well, that is dependent simply on your boarding position, made known to you by a letter and a number. A's naturally go first, B's second, and C's last, with disability folks allowed first, followed by through passengers, and family boarding placed in between the A's and the B's.
Hello again.
Hey, man.
All general all the time.
Since I already showed the seat features on my last flight, nothing new to see here. Same seat, literally. So let's get a move on to Burbank, California. What better way to start this second leg than a trip to the lavatory aboard this 20-year-old plane? There's 3 in total aboard the 737-700, 2 in the back, 1 in the front, this being 1 in the rear. Immediately, its age is very noticeable from the stainless steel sink and oddly shaped interior, making for a pretty cramped bathroom experience. This leg definitely was a bit lighter, so I was lucky enough to have a whole row to myself for the very short hop to Burbank over the Mojave Desert below. Flight attendants did come through with snack mix bags once more, but no, the bags haven't magically changed design, so I will keep the shot on the passing scenery out the window. Before we start our descent into LAS-BUR, there's still one last feature on Southwest I've yet to show, and that's their in-flight entertainment and Wi-Fi. Once clicking Southwest Wi-Fi in settings, you'll be redirected to their home screen with a flight tracker on it along with info below. Wi-Fi itself does cost $8, but everything else is free, including texting on iMessage and WhatsApp. Movies can be found on the left side, and usually there's a pretty decent collection, totaling around 50 at any given time of the year. Live TV channels can be found just below that, along with a healthy list of TV series and shows. Finally, there's the music playlists at the bottom. I've long enjoyed the free entertainment on Southwest Airlines. It's very easy to navigate and offers pretty much everything you want out of an IFE system. Also, the Wi-Fi price isn't astronomically expensive, like on some airlines. As always, a very enjoyable experience flying aboard Southwest Airlines, and I especially appreciated the timeliness, as like I said previously, this was my only option to make this morning's Avelo Air inaugural flight. Everything had to work perfectly from the previous night on American, and thankfully, it all did. If you would like to know the 10 reasons why I love flying Southwest so much, please be sure to check this video out if you haven't yet. I explain everything. This morning's 2 flights from Denver to Vegas to Burbank certainly covered all of those points. Good service, friendly crew, easy airport experiences, so on and so forth. This was also my first time ever flying into Burbank Airport, so to see LA from a different side was pretty cool. And as you see, the deboarding process here is a retro throwback to the past, with air ramps instead of jet bridges.
Please be advised to come forward 10 minutes prior to departure on originating flight. This is an originating flight. This flight will be closing the doors at 9:20.
At this time, I needed to quickly start heading over to Avelo, as that whole production was starting already, which required me to leave the secure area and check back in. Luckily, I do travel light on these short trips, so didn't have to wait for checked luggage. I do really hope you guys enjoyed these 2 quick hops on Southwest Airlines to Southern Cali. Would also definitely recommend checking out my Avelo Air review from about a year ago, as they're a pretty cool new airline in the US. Thanks for watching this though, and catch you on the next one from Santa Rosa.